Well, we focused on defense this week, but we also focused on just what to do on offense. And, you know, I think for our guys, we haven't reacted well. When I say we, I mean all of us. I take full responsibility for what's happened with our team so far. And those guys have done a great job of taking responsibility with what they can do better. And so much of this, it's easy. You can point the finger. You can make an excuse. You can say it's this, it's that. Instead of looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I have to be better, you have to be better. We all recognize we have to be better, and let's go. So for me, I'm proud of the effort with that, or the mentality with that. But on offense, just where the ball's not sticking. And I wanted to get us moving better, passing it better. And I'm not surprised at all with the shooting numbers because of it. And Charlotte's a good defensive team. They shoot 50% from the field. They shoot over 50 from three. You have 15 assists. Some of the turnovers, I think, happen later. And we have to be stronger with the ball. But it was clearly, there's a feeling when you know you can get it back, you're more willing to give it up. And that's not because we're selfish guys or anything like that. They're not at all. But it's just different with how to play at this level and adjust to how teams are playing us. So that was a really good step in the right direction today.
Jared said that today was a relief with his offensive output, mentioning that, you know, getting some of the fans off of his back. Can you speak to the kind of the pressure that he may be under as a freshman with so much hype coming in, and then what a game like this can do for him going forward?
You know, you hit on probably the most important thing, and it's I feel bad for any player in the country, but especially our guys, where it's like they're not allowed to fail, or they're not allowed to have an off game. Like, it's not like they're trying to have an off game. It's learning what it takes, and we've been in some interesting situations already. You know, you play Arizona at home, the second game of the year. For those freshmen, that's their second game of the year. You go on the road last week against a team at Arkansas. It's as tough of a place to play as there is in the country. You know, and then you play where I think we're one of two ACC teams to play two road games, an SEC Challenge and the ACC start of ACC play last week. And so again, you lose twice. Not okay with me, not okay with him or anybody, but to do it for a fan or to do it for the people online, it's never gonna. They can never be what it's about. And for Jared, he's a guy that's really believes in himself, and I thought it showed today with his response. Never has made an excuse. Always just want to know what he can do better. And so I'm proud. I'm proud for him, but for all these guys to be able to look. I'll say this: we're better today because we went through what we did last week. We are. I promise you 100%. That doesn't mean I'm okay with the two losses. That doesn't mean I'm happy with what happened. I want to be better without having to go through something. But for this team, there's a reason we went through this start of the year. It's been challenging and telling, and I've learned a lot about the character of the guys we have on the team. We're far from being done. Where it's a long way to go, and we have one more game before we have another break. So we have to keep our foot on the gas. But I think Jared, I think it just speaks to his character.
How is Tyrese recovering when you see him get back on the court?
Yeah, he's recovering well. He sprained it pretty good, and so you never know with a sprained ankle how long it's gonna take. And I do know he's attacking his rehab every day. I do know he's trying to get out there as quickly as possible, but you know, again, I would think Tuesday's probably unlikely, you know, because he hasn't done anything, and we want to make sure for him that he's back. With an ankle, you can be back. It's hard to be back 100%, but we want to make sure for him that there's nothing limiting him. There's no rush. Like, we want him to be right as close to 100% as possible.
Last question.
Coach, could you talk about the response, especially on the defensive end, when Charlotte cut it to 11 in the second